Have you ever been on tour?
Depends what you mean.
Okay. Yeah.
I've I've been
That's
on
my new
guided
favorite way of
tours.
someone saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. Depends on what you mean. That's
I've been on.
when someone says, when someone says something to you and you don't quite hear it, you go, what? They say, what?
Yeah.
Depends on what you mean. I think I'll have to start pulling that out.
Sure.
Because I think maybe some variety is a good way of just, because otherwise you're just going, yeah. Do you feel that?
No, I don't.
Do you hear? I feel like something's a little bit different. Are you picking that up?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
is that,
I think.
you think?
Yeah, I think I hear it too.
Oh, you know what I think it is? It's our 10th episode. We made it to 10 episodes. Let's go. Double
that
digits.
Explains it.
We're adding another on. That it's something. It feels a little bit different.
9 + 1.
Yeah, exactly.
5 times 2.
Quick maths.
Yep.
5 times 2 minus 1 plus 1. That's 10. That's 10 for all of those of you who are less than third grade. I don't know. Maybe don't know multiplication yet. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us on such a momentous occasion. I'm sure you can feel it as well coming through the airwaves. Just, as our voices are in your vicinity. I've stretched this on a little bit too long. Ryan, how have you been, my brother?
Good. Thanks for asking. And by good, I mean not a lot has happened to me within the past week. It has been truly a slow week.
A slow week. We're like, sometimes they'll have speed limit signs up in like a parking lot and it'll be like 5 miles an hour. It's like, wow, like that is pretty slow. Slower than that. Yeah. Like almost at a park. Almost.
For sure.
Just put
I would
it in
say I left my house definitely single digits, probably less than 7 times a week.
Well, I gotta say that's not too different from my weeks, honestly. Okay. That's a pretty usual week. Usually I will leave the house maybe once, honestly.
Okay. That's
to go play sand volleyball.
That's not a good omen for sure.
Am I just outing myself right there as a homebody? Yes. But you know what? That's the truth. So the truth hurts sometimes, and sometimes it hurts to admit.
There was a song like that one like that.
Yes. I think I'm familiar with it, but yeah, just from what I hear from you, just working hard.
A lot of working. Yeah. I got my internship from like 8 to 5.
Sure.
Which, by the way, I'm not sure where the 9 to 5 saying comes into this, because I'm getting on at 8.
That's one of the worst parts of growing up, is finding out the truth about 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Just being an absolute hoax.
It definitely is a modern myth.
Yeah, exactly. It's a conspiracy for sure.
And then after that, we're doing a lot of TA work, meetings, stuff like that, college stuff.
Teacher assistants.
Yeah.
So you're really kind of the linchpin that holds the university together. I don't know.
I personally wouldn't say that myself, but if other people said that about me, I wouldn't dispute it.
Yeah. Frankly, I don't know that I used the linchpin correctly there, but you're the glue. You could say you're the glue. And Ronnie's very thankful to have you. So, just working hard, and nothing's wrong with that. That's just facts of life right there.
People need people that are productive, and people also need people like you, Nathan.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
the world needs both kinds of people.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's the yin and yang. Is kind of what we're working with.
Yeah.
Balance is
it's like oil and water.
Exactly. We don't mix, and that's what makes this podcast so great. But anyway, despite that, being the yang to your yin, we have some filler. I mean, first of all, I do have some. Well, actually, this is going to be second of all. I did have some stuff going on in my week, but we're going to save that for a little bit. And we're just going to cheer Ryan up here, is what we're going to do.
Because I was really sad.
Yeah, so. I know. Just, work's got you down the 8 to 5.
Yep.
But anyway, but we've got a game. What a better way to ring in this episode than with kind of a drawn out intro and then a fun game. So the going in name is Shark Tank, which is a bad name for it. Yeah, exactly. I don't really like that name, so we'll try to come up with some new names. If you've got any names, let us know in the form of a voice memo or a comment or something as to what we should call this. But here's basically how it's going down. So I feel like maybe it's just because we're kind of in the computer science space, the tech entrepreneurial realm, but it's pretty common to be like, to hear pitches for companies and they'll be like, we are the blank for blank. Like we are the Uber, but for dogs or whatever. I actually saw a Instagram ad that followed this format recently, I think within the past week. And I had no idea. I wish they would have explained what they meant. They said, it was like, have you seen the Tesla of baseboards? And I was like, no. And I have no idea what you mean. I watched the whole ad. So I guess I'm a sucker for that. I don't know. Maybe that was their plan all along. But I felt like that was kind of a sign. Like, this is the week. We need to get this going. So what we have done is we've each brainstormed 25 like companies or products or something like that to go in the first blank, and then 25 demographics, like groups of people or industries or whatever, to go in the second blank. So basically we've made kind of a Mad Lib for this template, and what we're going to do is we're going to take turns. We'll be randomly selecting one of each, and then we have to come up with a pitch for this company that follows along these lines. So ideally, yes, it is somewhat of a game, but ideally I am expecting to come out of this with some sort of multi-million-dollar idea where we will be able to quit our 8 to 5s and just kind of pursue these full time. So we'll see. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great ideas. So I say we get first dibs to any sort of intellectual property that comes out of this, but we'll definitely let the scraps, go and we'll just collect royalties on that. So I just thought I needed to get some of those contractual things out of the way first. So how's that sound, Ryan?
That sounds great. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Do you want to go first, Ryan? Or would you prefer that I go first?
I can go first.
Okay. Let's do it. Take us away. Blow us away. I'll kind of be the investor, so to speak, the pitchy, if you would like to be the pitcher. What have you settled on as your next big thing here? All
right. We've got John Deere, but for gym rats. So Nathan, I know you go to the gym, obviously.
I do. Yeah.
You work out a lot, as far as I can tell.
You're very astute.
Pretty nice physique there.
Sure. Thank you.
Honestly, the thing about the gym is there's so many people there all the time. I don't know if you've gone around like New Year's.
Yeah.
People getting resolutions going. Usually that drops off by around February, but still that 1 month span, it's just not great. My proposal is basically John Deere, but for gym rats. Okay. So how it works is we, as the John Deere like company, all right, we produce all of this gym equipment. Okay. And then what happens is a gym frequenter, somebody that goes to the gym a lot, you see our equipment, you realize, oh, why am I going to the gym when I could just install this in my own home? Okay. So we got affordable prices. We're still kind of working on the markdown and whatnot, but the idea is kind of like, I don't know if you've heard this term before, home gym.
I have not. I'm not familiar. Home gym.
You just get the equipment, you put it in your home, kind of get a setup. It's like a gym, but nobody else is there. So it's the whole space to you. Yeah, you get to use all the equipment yourself. when you want to switch to like a different workout, you don't have to wait for somebody to finish. It's
That
just
sounds
like
like a
right
dream.
there. Yeah,
That
it's
sounds like a
always the
dream.
worst when you're like trying to get your reps in, but then like you have to wait for somebody else on the machine. I know
Yeah.
that happens to you a lot. So
Yeah, it does. It does.
that's a proposal.
Sweet.
What do you think?
It sounds pretty revolutionary to me, frankly.
Okay.
Way to lead us off there.
Mm-hmm.
So excellent. I think a round of applause. A round of applause. The first ever round here. I thought so. What I thought you were going to take it is, but yeah, the gym is so busy and whatnot. What we do is we actually let you go out into a field and do farm work, and that is your workout.
Sure.
So you kind of take the replacement of John Deere, but I guess that doesn't exactly ring true to that. But now it's up to me. Let's see what we got here. Right now, I'm debating on Lego, but for lawyers is what I'm looking at.
Sure.
I'm trying to think if I want to take that or not.
You should just for the way that you pronounce lawyer. That would be cool.
Lawyers.
Sure.
How did I pronounce it?
Wrong. I don't know.
What? Lawyers?
Lawyer.
Is that not it? Lawyer?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No.
How do you
say it?
I'm just giving you a hard time.
How do you say it?
It's like more like you're saying it like you're saying like law.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's more like I say it more like LOY.
Yeah, I don't know that that's right.
I feel like it is.
Lawyer pronunciation. Well, I think Google's wrong. I don't know how that is. It pronounced lawyer or lawyer?
I feel like it's a regional thing for sure. I don't know they have to worry too much about it.
Southerners put the law into lawyer.
Hey, you got that southern drawl.
I got that sweet southern drawl. Little southern belle. Just I'm just out there trying to find me a just a sweetie, I think I'm going to reject Lego, but for lawyers.
Okay.
To avoid the issue there. Okay. This one's good. This one's good. Ryan, when is the last time you went to the doctor?
It's been at least a year.
At least a year. And what's kind of your vibe at the doctor's? Do you have a lot of fun? Do you really enjoy your time there?
It's not great.
It's not great. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of the prevailing sentiment when you go to the doctor's. And I think part of the issue with that is it's like not interactive enough, but also at times it's a little bit too interactive. But anyway, the point is like you go there and the doctor just, inspects you, tells you everything that's wrong with you. And it's like, this is like, I just kind of wish I had a say in this. And so to kind of fix that hole in the market, I am suggesting Mad Libs, but for doctors. Okay. I think this is kind of a good way to, help the relationship, the doctor-patient relationship, have patients have a stake in their health. So basically how this works, basically, and we can kind of role play this a little bit, is, I'm the doctor, I'm coming in and say, hey, what brings you to the doctor today?
I have a skin condition.
A skin condition. Okay. That's good. That's
I don't think it is.
We can work with that. And so, basically, okay, you have a skin condition. And so what happens now is, and this is how we become profitable, is we sell a book of Mad Libs for different areas of illness and different areas of, reasons people would come in. So you pull out your skin conditions book of Mad Libs and you open it up to a random page. And then you say, all right, let's see what's wrong with you. And so you go, all right, first, let's give, can I have a period of time?
3 months.
3 months. All right. And can I get a number from 1 to 10?
4.
4. And can I have a part of the body?
skin.
Skin. Okay. And then can I have a kind of a relative or a family member?
Sure. My sister.
My sister. Okay. And so you get all that information. You kind of take their health history and whatnot, and then you just read it back to them and tell them what's wrong with themselves. Because I think a lot of times people know deep down what's wrong with them, but they look to a figure of authority to do that. But also part of the issue with that is that, then if you get it wrong, then you can be sued for medical malpractice and all that. And so basically we kind of reduce that risk by having the patients tell themselves what's wrong with them. So then you just read it back to them. You say, all right, so it looks like, you've been having issues for about 3 months now. And, in those 3 months, you have kind of 4 main kind of times here that, it's this fourth time that's really brought you into the doctor, mainly because, you have hurt your skin, and that's what's the issue. And you don't know for sure, but you think you maybe got it from my sister. And so that's what you read out. That's what you read out. And then I think that'll give people a sense of enjoyment around going to the doctor. I think that'll give people just a sense of clarity, and will just make people feel good about leaving the doctor like that. And then you turn to the next page, and you have the next Mad Lab, and you go, and can you give me a medication? The name of a medication?
Sure.
Yeah.
Advil.
Advil. All right. And a dosage amount.
I'm gonna go with 10.
10. All right. And then that's actually the page that has the prescription on it, and you just fill in whatever they want. And I think that'll make people really happy. I think that'll really increase satisfaction. I think you'll get a lot more new patients. So, and so you fill that out, and then you can give it to them as kind of a take home, and that's the doctor visit. So that's Mad Libs, but for doctors. And hope you invest or want to join in some way.
Yeah. So just to get straight, your idea is having the patient self-diagnose their own problems.
I guess it's more unlocking the inner eye. I think, what's wrong with you, but you just
don't know how to say it.
Yes, exactly. And so we're providing patients with that in a fun and carefree manner.
Wow, that's incredible. And how much money were you asking?
Yes, I was asking for money, and I was asking for $113,000 for a 5% stake in my company.
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Well,
no.
You weren't really the shark that I wanted to work with anyway. So that's fine with me. I'll go ask the others. But sweet. So that's that. Ryan, do you want to take a round two?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, Nathan. My idea is something a little different. Usually when you think of social media, you think of people that are kind of out there, going out of their way to show you what they've been up to, what their life has been like,
Sure.
Posting their vacations, their cool outfits, maybe some food pics, camera eats first. But my idea, like I said, it's a little different. I'm branding it as TikTok, but for introverts.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
As a fellow introvert yourself, I know that you kind of know what I mean when I say we don't really like associating with people that much.
Sure.
When you go on normal TikTok, there's people, dancing and screaming and getting all up in your face, getting real close to the camera, making funny noises, singing, all that stuff. Not stuff that an introvert would normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe TikTok hasn't really touched into that side of the market of people who are more laid back, relaxed, would rather, be a stick to the wall, fly on the wall sort of situation.
Sure. Yeah. The
My
wallflowers.
idea in TikTok, but for introverts, all the videos, one person maximum. All right.
Okay, sure.
Only one person. We don't want to make people uncomfortable.
You use
then-
artificial intelligence to kind of shadow ban any
Sure.
posts that have more than one.
Yeah. Then we're talking, songs, nothing too exciting, nothing that you would find at a party that might have other people there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not really how we roll. Want something more laid back, maybe like a melody, some classical music, something like that. And really, in terms of video content, we're looking more at the side of less dancing, more sitting, standing in a corner, maybe. Writing down in your diary.
Sure.
Which I know you do a lot.
I do.
So
it's why I
mentioned that.
Yeah, I spend a lot of my time writing in my diary, actually. No, I like that. I think this is something that I would really be interested in. I think the only thing that would interest me more would be maybe if I could make posts, I could, upload it, boom, send it out, and no one sees it. It's actually just for me. I think that would just kind of a little space for myself.
Great little setting you could turn on.
Yeah, exactly.
And chances are nobody will see it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I think the point here is just trying to take the social out of social media. I think that's what we want to do.
And, there's been all that talk about, people developing anxiety from social media, bullying, online bullying, cyberbullying, if you will. That's not good. We don't want that here in our space.
Yeah.
We're trying to take we're trying to take the cyber out of cyberbullying.
Sure. Trying to just make it more in person and whatnot.
Yeah. I think that out of our space.
Yeah, I think the best way to do that, is just no friend features, no sharing features, no commenting. It's literally just, you don't even have the opportunity for people to talk back to you. You're just kind of in your own space.
It's a much more of a one-way interaction.
I like that. That sounds like something I could really get addicted to, frankly.
Well, that's what we're going for in the social media space.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I'd love to get on board with that. If you're taking kind of co-founders or anything like that.
No, not. See, the problem is we don't really like working with other people.
Yeah, it's kind of a solo endeavor, isn't
it? Yeah. So actually, I don't even know why I came here.
Yeah. Actually, I have a new idea. How about a podcast, but for introverts? And it's actually just one of us, and the other person we don't.
I didn't know you wanted to leave, but hey.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe if you just switch the subject there, and I was thinking maybe you would duck out here.
Yeah, I see. I just said depends on what you mean.
Okay, sure. So what I was meaning is by duck out, I just meant like maybe you would leave the podcast. Maybe.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning into episode 10.
Yeah.
I think this will probably be the last.
I'm going to keep going. I will be continuing the episode, but maybe if
sure.
Yeah. I think we had a good run.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I will. I will go ahead.
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, sweet. I'll maybe see you. I'll see you on TikTok, but for introverts, but probably not. I don't know. Sweet. Cool. Well, now that got sorted out. Thanks for sticking in here, folks, which is me. Hey, Ryan's still here, guys.
Guys,
okay.
It was a joke. I'm not actually leaving the podcast.
Oh, he's not leaving. Yet. Don't worry.
Everyone was so worried.
I know they were. You got quite the fan base here. All right, excellent. And let's do one more here. Ryan, you're single.
Yep. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah. No, I just anytime I can, I like to mention that.
Sure.
But I am too. I'm in your shoes, and I think not for everybody. I'm not ascribing this to you, although I mean, you did tell me this in private, but I'm not ascribing this to you. I know a lot of people kind of are held back from being in a relationship because they want that kind of movie style kind of relationship, you know. They want that perfect, they're waiting for that perfect person to come along. Yep. And you know, they don't, the apps are, dating apps are a little bit too forward. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. It's a little bit, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it's not right. It's not right, Ryan. And I think you know that. Yeah. You know, we want that Hallmark style. We want that Notebook style. I've never seen the Notebook. I think it's actually very sad. So maybe we don't want the Notebook style, but we want
that Notebook style. We want the Fault in Our Stars style.
Yes, exactly. Just like that. Just keep naming them off. But yeah, we want to fall in love, and we want to have, most importantly, I think, in a relationship, the most important thing you can have is a good meeting story. That's crucial. And so I would like to introduce Lift You Off Your Feet is the name of the service. And it's kind of an Uber, but for hopeless romantics. And so basically what happens is it works like a regular ride sharing service, frankly, which, you know, it is somewhat of a competitor to Uber, but we differentiate in that, I mean, look, you know those movie scenes. I can't name a specific movie, but where, you know, you've got two people and they're both trying to flag a taxi, you know, that kind of situation, at the same time. And oh, we're going for the same. Oh, I really need to go. But I need to go. But it's like, no, you can go. Here's my number. You know how that goes. That kind of meeting. So that's one kind of option is basically you get to meet up with someone who's going in a similar direction to you. And so you get to share that ride share together. And it's kind of like a mini date. And neither of you know that it's coming necessarily, because we won't set you up on every ride. That's just not feasible. That would be ridiculous. And so you don't know, like, is this just for me or is this for someone else? You know, you're kind of looking around as you're waiting at your pickup spot. You're like, I wonder if any of these folks are going to be, you know, maybe the one. And so, you know, that's an option. At the same time, you know, again, to kind of throw you off your feet, because I think what people don't want is predictability. They want, you know, kind of some amount of spontaneity. And so what we also have is some of the drivers are also kind of in the market, so to speak. And so, you know, that kind of takes the creepy Uber driver and makes it a feature instead of a bug. That's kind of what we're going for. And so it's like, hey, maybe this driver is the one. And so it's really about opening up boundaries and you know, just providing more opportunities for a meet cute. Because, you know, in those big cities, you're probably taking Ubers a lot, or public transit is maybe a more environmentally friendly way to do it. But that you're not going to find love on the bus. Okay, you're going to find it in a lift me off my feet. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. And basically how the monetization works is when you sign up for the app, in the contract, what it says is you agree to send, you know, 100% of the, or maybe not 100%, but some percentage of the wedding gifts that you get if you guys end up together through the service. So we'll definitely have a lot of kind of kitchen supplies and whatnot, but some money as well, some physical money. So
yeah, you're definitely taking that present costs for future earnings model. I like that.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I really think, you know, two people, you know, getting in the same lift me off my feet.
Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't
it? They're going in the same direction, not only physical direction, but direction in life.
Yeah, yeah.
And that maybe that to be like
they
a
could
slogan.
Be, or they could not. They could be going in completely different directions, and that's just up for you to find. But when the spark is there, it's going to be insane. It's going to be a great story. And
Mhm.
you might say, look, you just trashed on dating apps. How is this not a dating app? Well, it's just less direct. You don't actually have a say in who you, go on these dates with and whatnot.
Yeah,
And so, that's that.
definitely. And I think you
So
could probably learn a thing or two from the Cash Cab. You ever seen that
yes,
show? Pretty
yeah,
pretty similar there. So
exactly. Yeah, it's
yeah,
you actually have kind
you
of
don't
a
know if you're in the Cash Cab until you're in the Cash Cab,
yeah. It
right?
starts lighting up. Roses
Yeah,
fall from the
yeah,
ceiling, and
exactly.
yeah,
Definitely could get a little bit of atmosphere in the lift beyond your feet.
exactly. And for when the driver is your match, then they start hitting you with kind of trivia questions. How's your relationship with your mother? Where
Sure.
do you see yourself in 5 years? That sort of
Yeah.
thing. And you don't get money, but you could get love, which is more valuable than money, you could say.
Yep.
I think another thing to mention here real quick is that it's like, okay, Uber, Lyft, they're not really economically viable. They're struggling to stay afloat because um they're running out of capital and they're not profitable yet that I know of. We would actually have no costs because everyone on the surface, all the drivers, well, maybe not all the drivers, probably all the drivers, though, if this is the case, we don't actually pay them. It's just the chance at love that keeps them going. They are hopeless romantics.
And yeah, isn't that better than money?
It is, yes, exactly. And we will reiterate that frequently throughout the app. Say love is better than money. So you just keep driving. Just keep driving, buddy.
Yep.
And you'll get it. You'll find it eventually. So yeah.
Definitely could have a trademark battle with, I'm not sure if you knew, but there is a popular rideshare app called Lyft.
Really? Lyft?
Yeah. So
but
maybe
is it spelled like Lyft? Probably. Like ours would be Lyft, I think. Like Lyft. Okay, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't really know how to tell you this.
Oh, you're kidding. They thought of the same thing.
I mean, fortunately, they don't do the whole dating thing. So you.
Okay. So we're probably good. We're probably good.
Maybe.
So there you go.
Awesome.
Expect to see that on the app markets soon. I think that could be a real winner. We'll see how you think that went. If you enjoyed that, let us know. I thought I had fun with that. I thought that was a good time. We are still clearly, working out the kinks in the system here, because they're not all the combinations are winners as far as those go. So we'll cut out what we
got. Video games for games
for gamers
several times. Yeah,
believe it or not,
for gamers.
that could be big.
That would be a huge market. I'm surprised nobody's tapped into that yet.
Exactly.
We'll talk privately, Nathan. I was gonna wait to tell you this, but I'm gonna need you to edit this week's episode.
What's going on?
I'm trying to decide if I want to tell you.
Oh, okay. Is it?
It has to do, with
medical issue.
It's totally medical.
Okay.
As in, it's gonna be sick.
Okay. Totally medical, dude. Totally medical.
Let's make that a thing. Why don't we? No, I'm going on a trip.
No way.
I'm heading down south.
Down south?
Southeast towards Kansas City.
Okay. And what is your end destination?
So I have this friend who lives near an elderly DJ. So
okay.
I'm just going to show up at your house.
I will be needing, you're going to be editing this and you also will be hosting me as well.
Yeah. No, I'm actually going to Worlds of Fun.
How is this with your family? Is your family a big amusement park kind of?
They are. Yeah, they are. It's not with them though.
Oh.
And it's with my buddies.
Okay. I mean, I'll see you there then, I guess. I don't.
You're going to Worlds of Fun?
Like, I haven't gotten any. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I didn't.
But like, if it's for your buddies, then like I'm there. Like,
yeah, you were definitely totally included in that. So I just need to make a few changes to that.
No, change whatever. Like, I'll be there. Like,
no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess somebody forgot to put your name down.
Oh, hey, no, I understand, dude. Like, hey, these things happen, like accidents.
It's weird.
like these like honest mistakes.
Yeah,
dude. Like I get it. Like, hey, no worries. Like we're bros, dude. We're bros.
Yeah,
like if I could, I would give you a dap right now, but
okay.
I don't think Zoom has that reaction yet.
Yet. Let's go into the next update.
Yeah, and everyone, please give me a dap if you heard me. Okay, thank you. Is my mic on?
Timmy,
okay, I'm saying a few daps.
Timmy, I didn't see your dap. How do I know if you're paying attention?
Yeah. Good joke, Timmy. Give me a dap.
I'm gonna need your cameras on. When your camera's on for this, Zoom will not recognize it if you don't have your cameras on.
Yeah, you gotta. It'll recognize it, but you gotta do it.
Yeah, it has to be perfect.
Yeah, put a little more energy in. Come on, I know you can do it, Jeremy. I know you can do it. You're my bro. All right. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you at Worlds of Fun. I'll probably sneak over to Oceans of Fun.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
No, go ahead. Like, hey,
no, it's not honestly, okay.
Honestly, you can just, when we go into like one ride, you just go to a different ride that you want to go on.
Okay. And
then, when you want to go to Oceans of Fun, you don't even have to let us know because, it's your, we want you to have fun.
Yeah. Hey, no, I appreciate that, dude. Thanks for like giving me my space, like giving me some independence. Like,
no,
that's really chill of you.
Yeah.
My dog. Like, that is pretty cool, Leo. Thanks, man.
Nice.
Appreciate it. You're the best.
Yep.
You're the best person I've ever known.
Yep.
And I'll never forget you.
Oh.
And you're near and dear to my heart.
Okay. Wow. This is some red flags. Maybe.
And do you think maybe we could just move in together? Like, do you have another room? No, sweet. Moving swiftly along. I had honestly a pretty eventful week. I left the house more than once this week. Actually, I left it multiple times, probably upwards of 5 times this week. And the first time was particularly notable. So this week, obviously not every state, which actually this is last week for when you're listening to this, but we had some primaries going on, some Democratic primaries, and Democratic more in the sense that it's a democracy, not necessarily the party, although the party was holding primaries. But I think it was just in select states. So, locations may vary, results may vary by location, I think is what I meant to say. But anyway, yes, Missouri did have their primaries, Kansas also. And so I went and voted. I voted in person for the first time, which is exciting. Because I'd been up in Nebraska for the 2020 elections and any local elections, which usually on the local elections, I would just find out that they're happening like the day of. And it's like, okay, now it's too late to vote absentee. But anyway, so I voted absentee before this, but first time in person. And honestly, I was pretty excited. I was like,
how did you feel?
I felt
patriotic?
A little bit. I did, yes. I felt giddy almost.
Wow.
With excitement, which I was not expecting, to be honest. I feel like, and this is not advocating for this clearly, but I feel like in the past I've been somewhat apathetic towards voting a little bit, where it's like, I don't know. It's just
Definitely.
it's tough,
Sort of that anarchist behavior.
Yeah. I voted on the anarchist primary actually, so that's kind of where I lie. But no, I wasn't expecting to feel so positive about it, I guess.
Sure.
I'm very pro-America, I'll say that, but it's just
I'm on record as being very in favor of America.
But anyway, so I roll up at the voting booths and I'm like, this is pretty awesome.
I'm glad you're very excited about it. Maybe they could get you on like a poster to encourage other people to vote or something. Especially,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing my part right now.
Is down. Yeah, I mean,
if you're in America, I would suggest voting. It's pretty neat. I don't know. Now, I will say, if I was trying to correctly predict the winners, I did very poorly at that. But if I was voting for who I wanted to be in government, I did pretty well at that, I think.
Sure.
But But you win some, you lose a lot. That's what they say. And that's kind of how it goes. But more so the notable thing, which I guess cemented the experience, I roll up the first station is, you check in, I guess. I don't know. It's like a hotel, got a reservation. But anyway, I'm not exactly sure what I need to do here to check in. I've got my ID. I've got this, like the little voter card that they sent to you in the mail. I'm like, I don't know, one of these should work. So I just, the lady's like, hey, welcome to the voting center. I don't know what she said, but I just try to hand her both. And it's like, I don't know. And she's like, this is fine. It's like, please don't give me that. But
yep.
Anyway, so yeah, she gets me checked in and she's like, oh, is this your first time voting? And I'm like, oh, this is a tough situation. I start going into it. Yeah, well, I vote absentee, but
she's like, I don't need your life story.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so I kind of go through that and be like, but it's my first time voting in person. She's like, oh, all right. And then there's probably like a 15-second or so pause, or it's what it feels like. And then she goes, we got a first time voter in person. Just
wow.
Yelling out into the gym.
Okay.
And everyone just starts clapping. I'm like, thank you.
Guys, really, you don't have to applaud.
I felt like a celebrity a little bit.
I'm just doing my American duty.
Let's just say I'm definitely coming back to vote as much as I can. I'm probably driving back from Nebraska if I'm going to get that kind of treatment.
Hey, you should have led with this. I can see why you enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will say the enjoyment was happening even before that, but now it's like, this is probably one of the things that I'll remember.
Top 5 experiences in your life.
Yes, exactly. Just getting applauded by my fellow voters.
Yeah, all for doing your civic responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. So that was that. Now I'm kind of going around. Everyone's kind of looking at me, looking over my shoulder, who you're voting for. But I will say, I don't know if the guy at the voting machine got the memo, because I fill out my ballot, I go, and I'm like, okay, how does this work? I guess I just put it in, and he's like, yeah, you just put it in. He did not seem enthused. He did not. I don't know where he was when it was announced that it was my first time voting. It's like, I hadn't actually done this before, so maybe that's that. And then one other thing. This was actually before we went in, but still after I was excited about it. There's people kind of at the door. I think I didn't really know about this, but there are laws where it's like you can't be within a certain distance of the polling station and like promote a candidate or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fine. I guess there's probably reasons for that.
I think the main reason is probably voter intimidation.
I guess so. Do you think that's an issue? Maybe.
That was originally where I thought this story was going. Was I thought you had unintentionally broken some sort of voting law. And
he was actually telling everyone to vote for this candidate within the premises.
As soon as he said that the lady at the desk waited like 15 seconds, I was like, oh, he's in trouble.
I was wearing my candidate voting shirt.
Yeah.
For who I was voting for, but that I don't know if that was enough to do it. But anyway, so there's these posters outside and whatnot, and then there's also some people there, and I was talking to my friend this week who worked on a campaign. He was like helping out this guy, and he was like, yeah, actually, like standing at the door or like just in front of the door actually makes a big difference in voting. Like people will vote for whatever, which
it does.
Maybe is not a great thing. But I went for the strategy of let's figure out who I'm voting for before I go in. But that's
a little bit of pre-planning.
Yeah. But anyway, so this guy is out there. He's like, hey, vote for me. It's like, I guess like, I guess, yeah, sure. Standing at the door is effective. I don't know if that is an effective strategy because I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who you are, but I'm also not going to ask you. I'm not really trying to engage with you. Like I said, I know who I'm voting for. Vote for me.
Who are you again?
I might if you're one of the people that I'm voting for, but I don't actually know who you are. So that I would say if you're a candidate, if you're trying to do that, maybe include your name in that statement.
Yeah.
Maybe you can say vote for me to make it clear that you're the guy, but then maybe elaborate with the name that they should be voting for.
A little bit of third person action.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So that's just kind of tips and tricks
to winning a political campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
From my first time voter in person.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I kind of know what's going on here. Quick little update as well. Another thing getting out of the house was volleyball. We did end up having the playoffs. They did not email us, but they can't fool us. Because we still find out when there's going to be games and when there's not going to be games. So we showed up, we had a team to play, and so
you went out swinging.
We ended up taking a win. So
that's
they tried to silence us.
So you move on?
We do move on. We have one more week, allegedly. Hey, maybe there's more. I don't know. No, I think this is actually the end. So
for sure.
One more week, and we might bring home the title.
That's exciting. Have you been getting your reps in, getting your practice?
Nope.
Okay.
Just in game, really is how I
Are you treating this as big of a deal as you should?
Nope.
Okay.
Not really. And look, my teammates have talked to me about this, and so I think that actually is an issue of mine. I don't know. I've got a little bit of an issue. Just in terms of wanting to get the ball. I think that's one of the issues that I have.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong.
Shoving your teammates out of the way, pushing them, running into them.
No, it's the opposite, really. It's more, I really should have gotten to that ball, but I didn't, because I kind of thought maybe someone else was going to get there.
But
they were thinking I was going to get it, and I actually should have. That's kind of where I'm at. I think one of the things is I actually, if I'm kind of on the edges and the ball is going kind of way out, I don't have an issue going and trying to run in and keep it in. I'll run to the next court over, but I won't take, a step to my right. I won't do that. And so that's kind of an issue for me. But, we're working through it. But I mean, the progress is limited, but we're working.
Okay.
We are. But no, it's been a lot of fun. So we had that going on. So that's pretty much when I got out of the house this week. But no, it was a good time.
I'm excited to hear the result of the playoffs for sure. Yeah. I think I might, from the sounds of it, be a little more invested in this game than you are.
Okay.
So
you might be.
Keep us posted.
We probably could use a sub or two. So if you wanted to come on down, then.
And hey, I did tell you I'm going to be in Kansas City pretty soon here. So yeah, if that comes to fruition, I've been known to hit a mean volleyball. And when I say that, which didn't really make a lot of sense to begin with, I mean, I'm pretty bad at volleyball.
Yeah. Ryan, are you a big Wheel of Fortune kind of guy?
I would say my dad is.
Okay, sure.
I don't know. That's probably number 2 on my game shows list.
Number 2. Okay.
Is that surprising?
Well, you just didn't seem very enthusiastic about it to start. And then you said it was your second favorite.
Well, because it's more like I got number 1 as Jeopardy, which I think you knew.
Yeah.
And then it's like way down here, Wheel of Fortune.
Not as big of a fan.
The reason why Jeopardy is way up here and Wheel of Fortune is way down here is because Jeopardy is not about luck. It's about what you know. Wheel of Fortune is about what you know, but it's also whether you spun the wheel hard enough and you land on the bankrupt, which happens a lot.
That is very true.
Like too much.
Dude, okay. This is a conspiracy theory that I have no proof of, and I don't really believe in, but I think would be kind of interesting if it was true, is the wheel is not, it's controlled by the producers.
I'm willing to get on that theory.
Yeah, they're like, how much money are they winning? That's too much. Bankrupt.
We can't afford that this week. Yeah, ratings are down for sure. Hit 'em with the bankrupt.
Exactly.
Actually, you know what would be better? Hit them with the $1 million or the bankrupt. People love that. People love that.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
make sure
it's a third of a slice.
Make sure
Is it gonna make it? Is it gonna make it? Yeah. So that's my theory. Because sometimes the storyline is too good. It's like there's no way that they're hitting these. Huh?
Yeah.
I've gotten into the habit of watching it with my parents. You know, instead of going out of the house, I
go in the house
and go off on these Wheel of Fortune puzzles. I'm actually not very good, at least compared to my parents. My parents are nuts, but we also have it down to a science. So first off, we're not watching the commercials. We're not even watching the breakdowns of the tricks. You know, you record it. It's a 30-minute show. We probably shave that down to like a 10-minute production. Yeah, we're in and out in 10. And, you know, I think that's part of the enjoyability. And so that's been a staple of the summer for sure. I will say, going along with that, which this is such a scatterbrain. I did not organize my thoughts on this clearly, but I think one of the most frustrating moments in TV is when you're watching Wheel. They've got the puzzle. They know the puzzle, but they spin the wheel one more time. It lands on money, and they say, let's say C, and there's one C in the puzzle, but there's multiple of another letter. It's like, you're leaving money on the table. What are you know the puzzle.
Definitely.
I mean, that's one of the things that'll get my blood boiling.
Yeah, I can feel it already.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a pretty intense affair.
In a similar vein is when they go on that, I forget what it's called, but it's like the money train. That's definitely not it.
Oh, yeah, like the Express.
Express. Yes, the Express. And it's just keep naming off letters, you keep getting money. And they know the puzzle, so they just say it instead of filling in the rest of the letters. Like, what are you doing?
You are kidding me.
Well, you lost the game for yourself at that point. You might as well go home because you're not fit to be the champion.
Yes, exactly.
I don't like that.
That is really frustrating too, honestly. Yeah, that is
definitely.
That just anytime that money is left on the table, like, I understand if you solve the puzzle prematurely, like, I don't have an issue with that, because again, you probably were going to land on a bankrupt, more likely than not. But yeah, in those opportunities where it's like you had guaranteed money and you said no, that you literally said no.
Yeah,
that is incredibly frustrating.
It must be hopeless romantics for sure.
Yes, exactly. So that's
here's my theory.
Yeah,
which isn't at all related to that.
Okay.
The reason why, because I agree with what you said earlier, with your parents being a lot better than you at Wheel of Fortune. Your parents are a lot better. But I'm saying my parents are usually a lot better than me too.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is that Wheel of Fortune is geared towards older people.
What do you mean?
Because a lot of the time they're solving these puzzles and it's things that I haven't heard of, or like phrases that people don't say anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just some sort of bias on my part, and I feel bad about not getting the puzzle right. I don't know.
And I think that's probably exactly what happened. And why you're not going back to the game.
There are when the puzzle is a phrase, it usually is something that I've never heard before, and my parents would be like, "What? We say that all the time," and I'll be like, "I've never heard you say that once in my entire 20 years of life."
Yeah, the puzzle will be like no holds barred, and it's like, what even is
people
this?
Don't even say that.
That's not a phrase. That's not you made that up.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to Jeopardy, I'm way better than my parents, and I feel like that's because I'm younger. I've just come out of school. I know a lot of the topics or clues
Yeah, exactly.
questions.
And they usually have more of a pop culture element to it as well.
Sure,
at
definitely.
times. But so that would probably be more difficult for them. But yeah, it's like red checkered tablecloth. There's no way I'm getting that.
Yeah.
Are those words I've heard of? Yes, but combined? Also,
Not
yes,
really.
but am I going to think of it? No,
No.
I'm not. That was
Yeah.
one of the ones today. That's like, wow, that was. I don't even know what to say, but
I am speechless.
I am speechless because I don't know the puzzle. But anyway, so Jeopardy might be in your future, Ryan. I think that would be.
That's one of my dreams in life.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
I'll take the test.
Let's make it happen. Have you taken the test before?
I've not taken the test.
Ooh,
it's mainly because if you go on College Jeopardy, I don't think you can go on regular Jeopardy.
What? Surely you can. Well, either way,
I am
you can
serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Okay. I don't know.
At least I've never seen somebody on College Jeopardy go on regular Jeopardy.
Well,
and that
doesn't mean much.
It's true, but it means more when you watch as much as I have.
It just means more. I guess that's true. Yeah, but the thing is, you can still apply for regular Jeopardy. You can still take the regular Jeopardy test.
But how many? But also, how many 20-year-olds do you see on Jeopardy?
Oh, I don't know.
Not a lot.
Okay.
They're getting more than that 25 to 35 range or older.
So you're waiting to mature. You're going to mature into your Jeopardy years.
I'm waiting. I'll probably take it like when I'm like 23.
Sure.
Try to get in early. Just because I know that the profits are going to bump up. Definitely.
Right. Yeah. And you're a little bit ahead of your age range. A little bit.
Yeah. I've been told that.
Yeah. You test in the 25-year-old for Jeopardy. That's kind of
it's like it's like IQ mental age over actual age.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
But that's why I'm waiting.
Sure.
Basically.
Sure. Wait until marriage.
Because on College Jeopardy, you can't really go on that like streak because it ends. Whereas regular Jeopardy, you could go forever.
Yeah, and you might. You might beat up Ken
until they get sick of you.
Right, and then they force you off.
Where this guy mathematically proved that the questions got harder as this one of the winners' daily winning streak got longer.
Does that matter though? Like, because it gets harder for everyone, so he could still be good.
That's true, but the problem is that the winnings, when the questions get harder, the winnings get lower.
I got you. Yeah, that's fair. What I saw was, like James Holzhauer or whatever. I saw they were like, we kind of want to get this guy off. I don't actually know if it was James or not, but we kind of want to get this guy off. And so they started putting up categories. They're like, we know he's not going to be good at this, like some of the literature or whatever. And so they tried to like play to some of the other contestants' strengths. Again, don't know if is that just one big conspiracy?
I think all game shows are rigged in some way.
I think that's probably true. Yeah. But I'll root for you. I did take the test.
Definitely a cost benefit analysis.
Yeah. I took the College Jeopardy test. I was not thinking through the, streak ending sort of thing. But luckily they saw that it's like, yeah, this guy's going to be better on regular Jeopardy. And they decided not to get past.
That was nice of them to kind of be looking out for you. Like
it was really a blessing in disguise. It was really disguised well. And so I was crying, but now looking back on it, it was tears of joy, frankly. So.
Sure.
No, but I think it would be cool to, I might take a test. It's like an hour or something. So it's like, let's do it.
And you can take it at any time.
Exactly.
Go on.
So
take it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it live on the pod. But no, anyway, I feel though that I probably have a less good shot now than probably when I was maybe a junior in high school. I think that would have been the ideal time for me to be on Jeopardy because
it definitely feels that way.
Yeah, I think I've definitely.
But that just goes back to our discussion about how we feel stupider than we did before. So
we do feel stupider. I was actually, one thing that you might want to consider is maybe getting more sleep. I was reading about that. I don't know. I know you're pretty, tied to your sleep schedule there.
I don't really trust doctors like that.
Yeah. But I'm reading this Why We Sleep book.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like, the brain is actually pretty important for being smart. That was actually quote, that's page 57. And so you might consider that. That's a great question. I'm not exactly sure, but no, yeah. So you might consider, trying to get an 8 hours. Maybe
I can try,
because I think
might not even hit that mark tonight.
I think it's going to be pretty important. Probably. I almost certainly won't hit that mark tonight. I'll say that. Unfortunately, but I will say, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you earlier, but I do feel that my sleep has gotten worse since I've started reading this book. Like that has continued.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's because I'm trying to fix it and my body's like, no, we don't want to be fixed. That is a very real possibility. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about this whole sleep thing. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, body knows best. That's one of the things it says in the book. So, we'll see. I don't know if I'll be sleeping. I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you posted if this sleep thing is really all it's cracked up to be. So, anywhoosies, I say let's wrap up the ode.
I second the motion.
Okay, episode 10 is in the books. A little bit of a different episode. We got some games in there. We got some slow weeks. We got some voting in there. So
sure.
Anyway, let us know what you think of the different kind of segment, different format. We're gonna try to keep things new, keep things fresh as we move forward.
Yep. Fresh and freaky.
Exactly, fresh and freaky. That's two things that we've always strived to be. So, we appreciate you listening. Drop a rating, drop a review, drop a comment.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
Maybe I got shorter.
Yeah, that could be. You have been looking a little bit more stout.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the right word for it. Oh, okay. Somewhat fat or of a heavy build.
It's a little offensive, but I'll give it a pass. You didn't really know what I meant.
I was referring to a kind of strong dark beer brewed with a roasted malt or barley. That's what I was referring to.
That's what I thought.